What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Jordan Davis Podcast. I am your host, Jordan Davis, and on today's episode, we're going to be doing something different for the podcast. We're going to be starting a series, a two-part series on Zack Snyder's DCEU, aka the Snyderverse. And since I've been wanting to do this for a little while, because Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming up pretty soon, and it's getting a lot of hype, it's getting a lot of excitement and everything, and as I am as well excited. So I really wanted to do a series, a two-part series about Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. So I could really get in depth in it and really get myself ready for that 4-hour epic. That is Justice League. Because it's going to be a long movie, and there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to see in it that's going to blow us away. It's going to be massive. Because even Zack Snyder said there's going to be a massive cliffhanger, and that should be very interesting when we finally see it. So, but we're going to get into the first movie of the Zack Snyder DCEU, which is Superman, Man of Steel. Now, I just recently watched this a couple of days ago, so it's pretty still fresh in my mind. And I think I have always said this about Superman, Man of Steel, with Zack Snyder. He always shoots beautiful scenes. Always. It doesn't matter if it's him doing the first flight. It doesn't matter if it's like the first 20 minutes of doing a kind of a sci-fi kind of thing, showing Krypton just before it explodes. Because if you think of it, most Superman movies would not do that, would not spend 20 minutes on Krypton, because most directors would think, oh, that's just a waste of time. And but not for Zack Snyder. He is known to take his time, and I kind of liked it that he take this time on Krypton to really show everything in the history of Jor-El and General Zod and their relationship and everything. And I thought it was good. And I kind of like, the story behind it, the backstory, and just how he really created that planet, and the ending of it. It was really kind of a sci-fi kind of thing that we have never seen in mainly in a big superhero, movie. Something I would not expect in Superman. But I'm glad we got it. And like I said, Zack Snyder just makes beautiful shot. He's a visually amazing storyteller. I will give him that. He is an amazing visual storyteller that, I know what I'm going to get when I watch his movies. It's going to be a beautiful masterpiece of a painting. And I love that. I love that he does that. And, you just don't see that kind of directing nowadays, because I think, reason why I think he has so many fans, because he's just so different in an artistic kind of way, in how he kind of, shoots his scenes, and how beautiful he makes it. It's just, to the eye, it's just pleasing, and and that's why I love. And I love how he just uses that with Superman, especially when he takes his first flight and everything. And I really love that scene, with the score with Hans Zimmer, and the shots of Zack Snyder. It's a masterpiece. It's beautiful. It really is. It's tremendously beautiful. And, one of the things I really appreciate about Zack Snyder is him casting Henry Cavill. Because to me, if I was going to think of any person to bring Superman off of the pages of the comic book and put it on the big screen, it's Henry Cavill. I mean, you can't think of any other person to cast as Clark Kent. Because he is the spitting image of how Superman was going to be and how he would be like on the big screen, because he has the build, he has the face, you know, he has the look, you know, you can believe that is Superman. You know, even if there was a Superman that was, you know, like that and looked like that, it's like, yeah, I can believe that is Superman. If Superman was real and he looked like that, it's like, oh yeah, I have no doubt that he is Superman. You know, he looks the part, you know. And so, you know, I think that's one of the reasons why you know, Henry Cavill is such a good Superman. He just looks the part. And I believe he has so much more potential in him. And I don't know if he's going to be Superman in the future. I don't know if he's going to be in Shazam, you know, the sequel. I don't know. And I would love to see him in more Superman movies. But we just don't know. And so I think if we do see him more, and I hope that, you know, they get to explore Superman even more. Go more in depth into Superman even more. So, yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons what I like about, you know, Man of Steel is it's Henry Cavill. He just does a great job. And one of the things I take away from Man of Steel is it really makes you think as a Superman fan. It really does. I don't think we really, you know, have those opportunities to really have that kind of discussion and really think about Superman in kind of deep way that Zack Snyder gave us in Man of Steel. And I think one of the scenes I am talking about is the movie, part of the movie when Clark saves the kids in the school bus, as we all know. And when he does that, the aftermath, you know, a parent comes and says, "How did Clark do that?" He's, you know, this isn't just the first time. And the can't, Jonathan can't, Martha Kent's trying to, say it's no big deal. It's that the kids didn't know what they saw, everything. And there's a part after that conversation, and Jonathan comes to Clark and said, you got to keep those powers to yourself. And, Clark says, a good question to Jonathan, should I just let him die? And he said, maybe. Now that kind of caught me off guard when I first saw it, because I was like, huh, that's something I did not expect Jonathan to say. The more that I think about it, the more I've watched it. This is a universe, this is a Superman in a universe that is realistic in what it would be like in our world today. What do you think would happen if the government found out about a boy, a man, that has the strength and abilities that Superman has? The government would be scared out of their mind, because at any moment he can turn on the government. They can turn on, he can turn on everyone, and there is nothing they could do. I mean, the only weakness he has is kryptonite, and the government doesn't know anything about that. And so it's a real conversation to think about, especially from his point of view. It's like, for his best interest, it's maybe you shouldn't have, because it's their job to protect him. And they are scared about how this world would react. And he exactly says, the world does not understand. And so they run scared. When the world does not understand something, they get scared and and attack. And it's it's a real conversation to have to save the kids or not save the kids. Personally, for me, I would still save the kids because it's the right thing to do. But it's still a great conversation to have, and I appreciate Zack Snyder, really starting that conversation. Is like, what if Jonathan just told him, don't save them, because this child, this boy is going to change the world for the good or for the bad. And that leads me into my next thing that I love about this movie. The movie, in my mind, if you dig deep and you really find the heart of Man of Steel, this movie is a message in a really dissection of choice. The choices you make, who you are, will define how you are. The choices that you make will just define who you are. And I love that choice is the choice is like throughout all this movie. The message is who you're going to be is the choices you decide to make. And we see that with, Superman killing Zod. Even Zod said, the only one way this is going to end is if you kill me. And it was like, right there, the choice was in the back of his mind. And it was like, okay, how are we going to do this? How is this going to end? Because Superman is not trying to kill him. He's not trying to kill him in any way. He's trying to do the best that he can to prevent doing any kind of act of killing. And it comes to the moment when he has to make that choice. What kind of man is Clark going to be? Is he going to choose the Kryptonian side, or is he going to choose the human side? Because General Zod is the only connection he has left to Krypton. Jor-El is gone. Everything else is gone. So, what is the choice he's going to make? Because if you see he has a choice to make, you save, the family, the humans, or you choose your Kryptonian side. And he chose the most difficult choice he had to make in that moment was to kill General Zod. And going through all out the movie, I just thought, this was about a movie of choice. And how that decision of choices make you the woman or the man who you're going to be, and how that's going to change the world, and how it's going to shape you as a person. And I really like that. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just me. It's like I saw that, and it's like that really stuck out to me. The message of choice, and watching that and really thinking about that, I think that's what sticks out the most to me. Why I like it so much. Yeah, we got in Superman. You can see him fighting. You can see him flying through the air and stuff. But I think the message of choice, of those choices, is the person who you're going to be for the rest of your life. I think that is a wonderful message to put in the superhero movie that we don't see much in superhero movies at all. So yeah, that's what really stuck out with me when watching Man of Steel. Zack Snyder is just visually an amazing director. He makes beautiful shots, especially in the first 20 minutes of the movie. And I thought he just did a great job. Two, Henry Cavill did such a great job, and I think he still has so much potential left in him. And I want to see him so much more as Superman, because I think you can do a lot more with Superman, which I can not wait to see him in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I hope I get to see him more after that, because I think he, in a lot of people's mind, I think he is, he is Superman. He is what they think of Superman to be. And number 3 is choice. The message of choice. And how the choices you make form the person you're going to be in life. And how that can change you, and how that can change the world around you. And maybe I'm just thinking a little bit too deep into this, but I just think that's how I think about it, and how I think of the message of Man of Steel. That's what I got away from it, and thinking about it and watching it throughout, the beginning to the end of Man of Steel. And as a big Superman fan, as you can see, and I really appreciate that Zack Snyder did that kind of storytelling and a kind of message in a superhero movie that we just don't see. We just don't. And I thank you, Zack Snyder, for doing that, and especially in the Superman movie. And yeah, I think that's why I like Man of Steel so much. And Man of Steel is one of those movies, you keep watching it, it gets deeper and deeper. And if I had to have one critique about the movie, for me, it's, the final, battle. It gets kind of repetitive for me. Even though I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball Z fan. So I loved how he shot that. Reminded me of, a Goku and Vegeta kind of live action fight. But I wish it would be a little bit shorter. But I love the movie overall. I really do. And as I said, what I liked about it overall, the minor gripes I have about that movie outweigh, the great things I like about it outweighs, the little things I don't like. So, those are the reasons why I like Man of Steel, and so I cannot wait to, rewatch Batman v Superman and to tell you part 2 of, give you my review on that and kind of a rewatch of that. So, yeah. So that's what I have to say about Man of Steel. And so I want to thank any new listeners that have subscribed, comment on my videos. Welcome to the club. Welcome to, the community of the Jordan Davis podcast. And like I said, if you're new and you like these videos, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell at the bottom so you know when my videos come out, so you know exactly when to watch them. And the Batman v Superman video should be coming out next week, so that should be exciting. That should be an exciting review to do. And so yeah. Also, just to make sure, I have an audio podcast of this video. on all podcast platforms that you listen to: Spotify, Anchor FM, Apple iPod thing, whatever you call it. But it's all on that. It's all on that. So, you know, if you can't check out the video, make sure to check out the audio podcast. I really appreciate it. Review, 5-star review, if you can. And so, yeah. And so, until next time, until next week, until the next review, I hope you all have a great week, an awesome day, night, wherever you are around the world. I hope you have a great day. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.